right, let's do this. All right, I'm going to attempt to do. I'm just going to draw with one pen, one size. I'm going to be a little quiet today. I'm not going to do too much music. I've been struggling with having the right balance of music and being able to hear me. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a layer. I'm just going to, actually going to start with a pencil. Let's just sketch out basic thing that we're going to do. Where's my HB pencil? There we go. So I'm thinking about a river, thinking about it snaking through town or city, actually. So I got the people there, roughly. I imagine there's going to be some opposition. Of course, that's going to be cars blocking the way. I do like a little boxy little thing. Imagine it's some kind of an SUV thing. Big building. I guess this can't be a very big building. I'm gonna go with the scale. My police car is too big. Make that a smaller car. Hi Dana. Thank you for joining. I'm doing Inky October. My own little spin. A lot of people are doing variations on Inktober. I'm not good at doing like small cars. Okay, that looks like a small car. There we go. That's good. Okay. Right. It's a biggish building. Like there. Let's do something that's not quite so big. How are you doing this evening? Some more buildings in the background. I'm good. Just about to eat some food. How are you? I am a little warm. I am really anxious to sleep at some point. Um, have some time off. Not worry about work. Some barbed wire there for some reason. And we'll have like more buildings. More buildings in the distance. You know, I hear some people actually focus on planning what they're going to draw before they actually get around to doing it. I do that to an extent sometimes, but this is kind of a little bit more last minute for me. How's my audio? Can you hear me all right? All right. Excited to watch. Well, thank you. I'm gonna try to make this quick. Don't want to spend too much time doing these. I'm gonna try to do every day, and that's gonna be a lot. Drew that line a little funky, so I'm saving it by adding a little bit of ornamentation to the front of the building. It was great. You got this. Feel the fall vibes. Thank you, Dana. Look at me drawing cubes. And a little bit of a little something something there. Oh, this is like a little bit of accident here where I kind of like deviated from the edge. Make that like a little thing going on back there. There's a little something happening there. Got a little parapet happening here. That's fine. We can do that. Imagine this is some kind of convenience store. Okay. Some little doors. Got some glass with some shiny happening there. Let's get this building over here. Get you some shape happening. Give you little parapet things. Got these flat roofs. It's like I don't know exactly what to do on these flat roofs. I guess you might have like AC up there. You have like a little AC unit, just chilling, checking out, doing all the air, or at least trying to do the air. Sometimes you have like little pipes going places. You're like, you don't know what those things do. Other little weird shapes. Hmm. Add a little dumpster here. Looks like a little dumpster, right? Let's put some little lids up here. Tell it's a dumpster. All right. I was watching Alfonso Dunn's video about his concerns about that Inktober book, and I learned like a lot of a lot of good drawing stuff just from looking at the comparisons that he was doing. I'm like, oh, I think I need to get his book because there's some good stuff in there that I could really make use of. Kind of imagining that it's probably kind of dark out. Right. All right. For some reason, I'm having like I was imagining some barbed wire here, but I guess there could be like some kind of a fence, like there's like some kind of construction site happening here. That makes sense. I have a construction site. So let's see. We have a fence, like some posts. Set up some posts, some happy little posts here. They're probably not that happy, but we're gonna say they're happy. Little fence posts. Not here in the distance, just chilling here. Guess that's not quite the distance. They're in the kind of in the mid ground. They're just here, doing their fancy thing. One here. All right. All right. Let's add a little razor wire up here. Not dystopian at all. Totally not dystopian. What was the book called again? What was it? Alfonso's book was what was it? Ink. What was it? Oh goodness, I can't remember. Let me look it up real quick for you. Pen and ink drawing, and the other book, the one in question is Inktober All Year Long. So basically, they're both guides to drawing ink. The ink, pen and ink uh, drawing book came out, I think, a few years ago, and this other book, the Inktober book, isn't coming out. Well, it was going to come out this month, but it's been delayed because of the claims of plagiarism. So they're reviewing the book. So we'll see what happens with that. little vehicle here. I'm just kind of like chilling here. Road, you know, we should have like some little barricades up here. And then we're just gonna have like lots of people. All kinds of people just standing out here. We're gonna pretend this isn't, we're not dealing with COVID, otherwise they'd be much farther apart. They don't have time to draw all their individual, you know, shoulders and arms and legs. They're in rows now. They're not quite. Hey, you march when you're protesting? Is it a march? Yes, there can be a march. Anyway, lots of people. I think you need to get away from these rows. They're too evenly distributed. Need to be less distributed. Get closer. The heads are going to get a little bit bigger. Have you drawn anything today, Dana? Is today a day you're going to draw? Or do you have another schedule? Little heads. All these little heads. All these people. Yeah, I'm finding that my hand is cramping up a little bit because this is a lot of people, especially for trying to fit in such a short period of time. I might have been a little bit too ambitious. My pen is a little bigger than my arm, to borrow a phrasing. Yeah, I'm wanting to try to follow a schedule as much as I can. I figured if I can't or don't have time to draw one day, I'll combine the two words. Okay, yeah, yeah, totally. Totally, that's totally valid. You know, I thought I'd like done every day, but it looks like I might have skipped a day because looking at last year, it can be a lot to like fit into a busy schedule. You're like getting down for bed and it's like 11:15. It's like, oh crap, I didn't do a drawing. I need to like get on that. The first drawing I did, I realized it was like, oh no, this day and I was supposed to start, and I was like away from home, and I didn't have paper, and I only had like the one pen that was like I carry with me everywhere. So I had to. Oh, there's more. I had to, improvise. And now I'm improvising on my crowd. These squiggly lines look like heads, right? Right? They don't look like something else, do they? Example, day 6 is rodent, day 7 is fancy, so if I miss, I'll do a fancy rodent. Yep. Oh, right. We got our little heads out here in this crowd. All right, so we decided this was going to be, well, I decided it was going to be nighttime, so I'm going to start adding in some sky here. Dark. One thing I have trouble with is getting enough contrast in my drawing sometimes. When I draw with pencil, it's like it's just hard to get like deep black, so it's pretty light shades of gray. And then when I do like some of my digital drawings where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, fancy thing and all that, but then I find that it's my range is rather limited. It's not super dynamic. I'm afraid of being too contrasty sometimes, I think, and I want to be a little more subtle, but then it's like I don't quite reach the full range that I'm looking for. You can probably see some of that in some of the work I did last year. I think for some of the future drawings I do, I'm going to try to be a little bit more focused on my shading. If I can get some shading that actually makes sense. I'm going to put a little basement down here. Go off screen. It's going to be really dark down here. we get to this edge, and it's going to be a bit lighter. Just a bit lighter. I'm scribbling. I'm just scribbling. This isn't art. This is scribbling. Look for a little bit of a texture here. Maybe it's like some shrubs just growing off on the side here, or maybe it's something else. Good at scribbling, haha. Scribbling is kind of fun. Oh, let my scribbles kind of fade out here. No less scribbles. Now we're gonna switch into more like doing some hatching. We're gonna like this is like maybe some bare ground. It's got like a little bit of color there. And my light source, where do I want my lights coming from? Should have added some street lights. That would have been nice. Let's add a street light. Oh, we could add some nice little street lights here. That kind with the banners on them too. Make them little cute little things. The lights coming from the little street light. Another little one here. Some shading going on here. Oh my goodness, I can't see anymore. I'm getting a little too focused on the screen. It's hard to see now. Mm. I don't know. We're doing something there. It looks like something. Okay. Hmm. Let's see, this building. This building's gonna be a little bit lighter colored. Might be a little bit more. A bit more. Here's what they're hatching here. I'm going with these diagonal lines. I'm wondering if maybe I should have gone with something that was going to fit the object a little more up and down versus sideways. But I kind of have a thing for going diagonal. Makes me happy sometimes. Sometimes not. Okay, but we're up farther away from the light, so it's going to be darker. So we're going to add a few more lines. Okay, yeah, that kind of looks like something's happening there. Let's do some more lines over here because it's definitely darker because there's not in the way of streetlights. Lines are super not even, which is fine for now because I'm rushing a little bit. But ideally, I hear it's good to have lines that are, even. I'm going to come in with like some opposing, or I'm going to come at a different angle for this hatching so that you can distinguish the two objects. You tell they're not the same one. This one's definitely got like more in the shadows. I just don't think I can track. Can't track with all these lines going on. It's confusing my brain. You know what I couldn't do? Something you can't do on paper. I can zoom out. It makes it a lot easier to do this. Yeah. Look at that. That was so much easier. This building thing. Go here. I guess we're going to come across here with some lines, not as many. Lines here. Some darker lines here because it's definitely in the shadows. And up here, I guess we're gonna, it's gonna be like a very dark roof here. It's gonna be like kind of filled in. Go. Even darker back here. Buildings here. alternate my hatching. Keep those buildings separated so you can tell them apart. Okay. This is pretty much going to be pavement. I'm going to go really deep with this shading here. We should add like a little bit of a light here, like it's on lookout for this little. Let's zoom in some so we can see what's happening. So the light here is just set up to provide light for the site. Maybe make this a little bit darker up here. That'll sort of indicate that we're maybe getting a little bit of light thrown from this little light here. Like we'll have a shadow coming off of this building here. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so that was like a quick little thing. And that's it. This is so amazing to me. I love the lines and shading the building and how they make this come more to life. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is me trying to do a thing. I could definitely go a little bit more in and fill in some of the people because they're definitely like looking a little too bright there, but maybe they have their phones out and that's why it's so bright there. All right, this is my day one. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then.